So what made you come up with this concept?
Well, my colleagues and I were researching on leadership and teamwork and motivation in the workforce and trying to close that gap between upper management and the employees. And we did a lot of research. We referenced several sources. We referenced Professor Dennis Beit's book on leadership, and we tried a lot of techniques in that. And that gap between upper management and employees was just so much that employees and management weren't communicating. They weren't getting that teamwork done, and as a result, work production was down, and so was motivation. And so we were just in the break room discussing, bouncing ideas off of each other, when one of my colleagues had said, I just don't see why the gap is so big when all management does is put on their pants one leg at a time like employees do. And that's when it hit me. Management really does put their pants on one leg at a time. And why don't we take that theory and reverse it? And why don't we have everyone wear their underwear on the outside of their pants? And at first, no one was on board with that. They thought that was silly. And so, I tried to be an idea champion and kind of just overcome all the barriers my colleagues tried to put on me. So we did a little test. We went to a small firm, and we went to management, and we said, we want you guys, we're running an experiment, we want you guys to have everyone wear their underwear on the outside, even female employees. And at first they weren't on board, but we said, I bet we can guarantee results in a week. And so they said, okay. So everyone wore their underwear on the outside, and we found that people really got to know each other on a personal level, and everyone just felt on board. So,
what are some of the results you found?
Like I said, at first no one was on board with it. They thought it was a terrible idea. But after the first week, we found that work production was slowly increasing. Everyone's secrets were kind of like on the outside, and everyone was on the same page. Everyone felt like they were all a team, and we saw about a 15% increase in work production for the first month after implementing that program.
How has your results affected society?
We started with the small groups at the universities. Saw a lot of good success there.
Did you use volunteers or students?
We used volunteers because we didn't want to force people to have to do that. So we just asked for volunteers who'd be comfortable wearing their underwear on the outside.
How has your results been affected to society?
Like I said, we started small and we worked our way to one of our large firms when we did the research, and every employee and every management there wore their underwear on the outside. And people not only had a good time with it, but it made the workplace enjoyable. They were motivated to get along with each other. That gap between upper management and employees was relatively small because employees felt they were on the same level as them, instead of management being this hierarchical bad guy that they couldn't talk to. They felt like they were one of them, and so people really got on the same page.